So how's the weather for you? How's the weather?
It's good.
You enjoying this
Maybe
weather?
I don't have to wear sleeves today.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
I wore my jeans jacket because it's too cold for me.
I know, but you from the islands.
Yeah, I mean I'm from the islands, but still, it's
Not
too
that
cold.
I'm not, but I was raised here in New York.
But you know what it is
And
with me? It jumps from 90 degrees and then it's 85 and then it's 70.
yeah,
And
you don't
then
know how to
yesterday,
dress.
yeah, and yesterday was 56.
Then you have to carry around with your sweater, your
Yeah,
jacket.
you do. So yeah, not a happy camper with the
Oh,
weather. But I just been having a week. I know that you know that I own Catwalk Caterers and I'm doing a fashion show.
I do.
So pretty much it's been an overwhelming week and everything's been a little crazy. So I had a great cry this morning. I had to just take out all the toxins and the negativity of just dealing with the pressure of putting together a show and just producing it and getting everything in order, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, and I'm sure you can relate.
And you're good at that.
I try my best to be good at that. So tell people, what is it that you do?
What I do a lot of things.
Yeah, I know
Community
you're a
activist.
jill of all trades like myself.
Yes.
Need a hand.
Mostly when where I'm needed.
Mostly where you're needed, which
Yes.
is
For example, I'm the benefactor of the Irata Rose to Differently Able Award.
okay.
I've been doing that for 11 years. This is an award that gives acknowledgement to the abilities of students with disabilities.
That's awesome.
Everything they've overcome, all the obstacles. It has nothing to do with good grades, with attendance or such.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the obstacles they have overcome in order to succeed. And that's very near and dear to me because I have my daughter that has cerebral palsy, Irata. Hi, baby. I hope she's watching. Also known as Juji, all over the world. Juji Fruit.
She's adorable.
Thank you.
So adorable. And it goes with the topic of the show today on Nightline Radio. I want everyone to call in when they get a moment. 646-797-3106, Nightline Radio. The topic for today is just doing well, doing the right things all the time, even when no one is looking.
Absolutely.
So, and you're a type of person that you actually do that.
Thank you.
You always make sure that you're, from meeting you this year, I just met Iris this year. She's a sweetheart. She tries her best to do the right things and do right by people, that pay it forward in community and things like that. So that's good. And congratulations for being the first princess?
Yes, the first princess of the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That was fun. I had a good time. I went. Nice and fun. That was a good time. I actually was very proud of all the women and their platform and their purpose and the cause of why they were doing it. It showed a lot of empowerment, which we are about here, and I actually enjoyed it. How was that experience for you?
It was awesome, and you were the first mentor that I met. I know I told you many times
no,
before.
It wasn't me.
Yes.
It was all you.
Yeah, but you did motivate me. You told me that I can do this. I don't need anyone. I just need myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have to challenge myself and put myself out there so that everyone can know what it is that I do, so that I can help the community, so that I can pay it forward, so that I can continue all my challenges, everything that I do. I love community work. It's my passion, it's in my heart.
That's good.
And you motivated me to do that.
Strong motivation person here. Gotta make sure I do that.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for just being able to be receptive and all that good stuff.
That's why
She's
these
giving me
flowers go to you.
Oh, thank you. And they smell nice. Let me smell it real quick. Real nice. I like it. Okay.
You're welcome.
One thing you should know about me, I'm not really a flower person, but since you gave it to me, I'm going to put it in some water with, what they say, put aspirin in it to make it bloom.
That's where they are.
Okay,
Right
cool.
there. The aspirin.
Yeah, I think I'm a little tomboy in that aspect where I don't do flowers. So my husband's very lucky because he doesn't have to spend all that
Yes.
crazy money on flowers. Valentine's Day, yeah, that
So yay, you
tomboy
haven't
in
received
that way.
flowers in how long then?
Um, wow, you're making me think here. A good couple years.
Oh, great.
Because everyone that knows me knows Dhylles doesn't do flowers.
Great. So now I know.
But no, that's thoughtful. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So what do you have coming up? What's new? What's going on?
I'm working on a lot of projects. Wow. Where do I start? I'm working on
beginning, middle, end.
Let me see. I got this group together called Iris Soldiers.
Iris Soldiers. Okay.
Yes. What it is a group of volunteers, people that have never volunteered, actually, before. We go to the Ronald McDonald House, and we provide volunteer services, whether it's cleaning, cooking, answering phones and such, to help the house. They that's all they work on. They don't have anyone employed. They need
Okay.
volunteers every day to come in and do this. And my purpose is to teach people how to go out there in the community. If I can bring you along,
Yeah.
then
I'm
I'll
game.
put you onto it, and you'll get your friends to do it another day, and so on. And then next thing you know, we have a military,
A whole bunch of people,
you know, a
right.
bunch of people doing this. So I started this in San Juan, Puerto Rico. They only have one Ronald McDonald House.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
nice.
so I have a date in November to do it in Virginia, and I'm working on doing one here as well.
Okay.
And you're coming along.
Wow. Okay. She didn't even give me a chance to marinate. You know, just ask me. He didn't even ask me. Just you're coming along. That's why it's called
Yes.
Iris Soldiers. Because
Yes.
you're the boot camp.
Yes.
Sir. Yes,
We
ma'am. Yes.
warriors. We have to fight.
What
We
is
have
it?
to help.
What is it? Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So
Yes.
we gotta be. Yeah. See, I don't know about all that. She might have like a whip out. You know.
You can
Whip you
handle the
into
phones.
shape. Oh, you want me to why do you want me to handle the phones?
Well, you want to do the cooking?
I don't cook, honey. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so that's why you'll handle the phones.
Let me tell you what I do. I do laundry. I clean. My husband cooks.
Oh, I'm sure they need their bathrooms done.
it-
We do bathrooms. We do everything.
Okay, so Ixnay on the cleaning. I might just do laundry,
Okay.
depending on what it is.
Okay. Sounds great.
Because you know sometimes you go to the laundromat and the people, their stuff is just okay.
Yeah, anything is good. I mean, this is for children that are awaiting treatment, whether for cancer or anything else, and their families don't have time to take care of themselves, to take care of their rooms, or
Right.
they may be too far to travel back and forth, so they stay in the house, and they need us to help them. They need that.
Can you see me cooking and cleaning? Because I
No,
don't know,
but I see
guys.
you answering phones.
I don't know, guys. You
How
call
about
in,
greeting
tell me.
guests?
I can greet, yeah.
There you go.
I'll sit there like Iris
The
with the
job is
crown
yours.
on and do this all day. Yeah, I can do that.
The job is yours.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'll do whatever you need me to do. Earlier, before I came here, actually, me and my husband were just watching TV, and there was a St. Jude's commercial that came on with the kids. And I'm a sucker. Like, I tear up really quick. So I'm sitting there like, oh my God, my makeup. I have to go do the show, and I can't cry. It was just so touching how these kids are so strong and resilient. And one little kid was like, oh, the doctor told me I had cancer inside my body. And I'm just like, oh.
Oh,
You know, it literally broke my heart. Like, why these kids are going through so much? It's crazy.
yeah. The world needs help,
Mm-hmm.
and it's up to us as responsible citizens to help out.
No, yeah,
We
definitely.
have
I
to.
agree.
It's not only rewarding, but we teach our kids good lessons. We pay it forward. It multiplies.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, we have to hold society together, and the way to do it is through volunteering for anything that we're needed for.
No, that's what it goes back to the topic of today of always doing the right thing, whether it's in front of an audience or, you know, when you're by yourself. Because honestly, when you feel like nobody is watching, God is watching.
Absolutely.
And you know, everything that we do and the paying it forward, the giving back, and I think it's beautiful because I treat people and I behave a specific way, the way I want my mom or my grandmother or my husband to be treated. So the fact that I know someone else that is pretty much like that, it's good. Because sometimes you when you're doing the right thing all the time, you always feel like you're the only one.
Absolutely.
You know, that nobody else is doing it because everyone is looking for the easy way out, or they don't want to put in the work or the time.
Hmm.
So that's good.
And when you give, you always have. That's why we're blessed.
Yes, this is.
And we
Clap
may
for
not, and there will actually.
Oh, yeah.
Where we're gonna need some help
Yeah.
ourselves.
Exactly.
So
And-
we don't want to be turned, and have where's everyone? Where's
Yeah.
the help?
Yeah,
So we have to
Support.
always give to receive.
yeah, and support. So what's the other project? Because I heard you said you have several, so I'm thinking you're
Yeah,
Jill
I'm
of all
working on a
trades.
blood drive
Wow.
as
Okay.
well for November. Yeah, a blood
You're
drive.
doing all the things that I'm squeamish about
it's the
because I see
gift of
blood.
life.
I'm like, I want to pass out. Like, yeah.
Do you want to donate? I mean, some
I will
people
donate.
are afraid of that.
I'll donate. Guys, I'll donate if I have my earphones in my ear or the doctor's talking to me about something while he's sticking me to get my blood. I'll donate for that.
Once the needle is in, everything is smooth sailing.
You think so? For
Yeah.
me, when from start to finish, I'm like the biggest baby. I'm sitting there crying, and yeah, I act up.
Well, there's many ways of donating.
And I'm
You can
would
recruit,
think I'm okay. I can
bring
recruit.
in your friends,
Yeah,
family members.
I'll find some vampires for you.
Okay. Sounds good.
We have some vampires around somewhere.
Okay.
You know, I'll hunt around, be like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and get some vampires
Yeah.
for you.
Sounds great. I can't wait.
That's good.
I've never donated blood myself.
You really?
No, I never have. I'm looking forward to it.
You're looking forward to it.
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
Yes.
you know, when you go to the doctor, you do all the blood work and everything, but I've never donated blood either. So I think that would be good.
Yeah.
Or it's like that other place called, what is it, Locks for Love, when you cut your hair and you give it to kids.
I have
and
two
they-
ponytails for them. I have
Really?
to get in contact with them. Yeah, I just grabbed my daughters and I cut their tails off.
Yeah, see,
We're
that
donating
wouldn't work
this.
for me because I got the short and curly going on here.
Yeah, I've had them for a while. I just have to learn how to let
Mm-hmm.
go as a parent. Like my baby's here, I have to let go because someone out there needs it.
Yeah.
Someone
And-
out there needs it.
With your type of hair, it grows back.
Exactly.
You Spanish women, y'all hair grow back quick.
That's, I don't know, at this age my hair is thinning.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're showing your age right now. Your hair is thinning. That's not good.
I
You
didn't
look-
say all that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I just had a birthday.
I know. Happy belated.
Thank you.
How was your birthday?
It was great.
I saw the pictures. You look cute in your little shimmy dress.
Thank you.
I felt like hooking her up to the ceiling and twirling her like a disco ball.
I didn't
with her little
recognize
sequins
myself.
dress. No, but you've been really like your fashion game has really been good. Whenever you go out somewhere, you look cute and
Do you see?
Do
I
you-
stay in contact with catwalkers.
oh, I don't know what she's talking about because I just wear whatever I want to wear, what I feel comfortable in. If it matches, it matches. It doesn't, it doesn't. Because I really don't follow trends. I don't follow fashion at all.
Exactly. So that's what I'm doing.
Good. And it's so sad because I'm in the fashion business.
No, but then that's your style. And
Well, it
that's
is
fine.
my style.
That's fine.
You know, I'm a leader. I'm not a follower.
Awesome.
You know, I like to just do things outside the box that nobody else wants to do, or
Yeah, be original, be different.
yeah, unique, that kind of way. And that's how I find you to be with everything that you're doing. You know, and you. Oh, somebody's calling. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling New Beginnings with Dhylles. Who's calling? Hello. Hello. Let's still call back.
Call fail.
It did fail a little bit. So yeah. Any other things going on?
What else do I have going on? Gosh. I have a girls support group
That's nice.
going on, yeah.
We
It's
need
different.
support.
You want to know the name of the support group?
Tell me. I'm interested.
Sometimes I want to be taken care of too.
I want to be taken care of too.
That's the name of the group.
So what do you guys do? What, you go and get sensual
These are
massages?
girls, yeah, these are girls that work hard
Mm-hmm.
at home.
Mm-hmm.
out of the house with their children, always running around, and they never take care of themselves.
I know that feeling.
So therefore, we just get together at least once a month or so. It's been a while since we've done it because I've been busy. But we get, whether it's two of us or three of us, but it's 15 total.
Okay.
And we get together, even if it's online, and we go out. We do things. We've done from the AIDS walk, cancer walk. We do things together out of the house that has nothing to do with the kids, with the home, with the job.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Sign me
so
up.
That's what we do.
Sign me up. Because a lot of times as women, we're always busy doing the right thing for everyone else, and we tend to neglect ourselves and not do what's right for us.
All the time.
So I think that's nice. Sign me
time.
up. Let me know when that is. I'll join. I'll come out and,
Okay.
especially if it's massages, I'm all for it.
Okay.
I like to get rubbed up on.
Who doesn't?
I don't know. I hope my husband doesn't call and be like, "What'd you say?"
Repeat that. Rewind.
Rewind, exactly. But that's good. So where can people find you, or how can people get in contact with you if they wanted to work with you where all these different projects are concerned, giving back and community and all that good stuff?
I'm at 646
Mm-hmm.
805 8207. I'm trying to do an organization called Friends of Iris,
Mm-hmm.
where all my friends that are talented or into community activism and such, we gather together and we can go and help in different areas, whether it's visiting a hospital, doing a walk, contributing any money, any donations in any form, financially or otherwise. And we just all get together and contribute to the community.
Right. That's amazing. And actually,
You can
I'll
find me on
add that.
Facebook too.
Oh,
Soto
what's your
Iris.
Soto Iris?
SOTOIRIS.
Okay. And I'll post it on my page as well,
Okay.
just to give that support, because we work hand in hand, and there's the positivity thing going, and we have to continue spreading it, because I think there's so
Absolutely.
much like turmoil in the world, and,
There
and
is.
there's not enough of giving back and things of that nature. So if you have any questions for Iris today about her causes and her projects, and you want to be involved, call us 646-797-3106 on Nightline Radio. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to see Jasmine Clemente. She should be here shortly, as well as Kalyea Moss.
the end production.
Dice no, no need to go down.
Yo también te quiero un paquetón.
Dice no, no need to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we from. Dice no, no need to go down.
Yo también te quiero un paquetón.
Dice no, no need to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we from.
The East Side Crew. And the end production.
Volvió y te gustó. Dani Punto Rojo. Produciendo, Complot Records. Estilo callejero.
The sound hit the nation.
Clemente's in the house. Yay! Another
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that whole train situation. It's not good. Not good.
New York City, you know, I love my city. I love being a Boricua in this city. I love all the diversity in this city. And we know when we're on that train, everybody may be different, but we're all the same for those couple of minutes because we're like, F-U-C, you know what? That's the New York spirit.
She said, F-U-C, you know what?
You know
Do me a
what?
favor, babe. Come a little closer to me so people can see you.
Okay.
Más mejor. Más mejor.
She knows her Spanish.
Sí, habla español. Un poquito.
There you go.
And Iris, move a little bit over that way. Let me see.
Which way? Left or right?
Yep. Left.
Oh,
Is that your left?
My right?
I guess so. Move over there, girl.
Right here?
Much better. Yay. So you can actually chat as well on there with everyone. Hi, everybody. Hi, guys. How you doing?
This is worldwide, so even though we
Yes,
were talking
it
about New York
is.
City, we're saying hello to all the ladies everywhere,
Exactly.
worldwide women.
Exactly.
www.worldwidewomen.
So, Jasmine, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm an artist, international artist, even though I am from New York City. I have music out in South Africa right now. I also have some music in Greece. I'm working on a new song from Italy. And I have music from New York, of course. Can't forget my hometown. And it's all house music. It's dance music, you know, very
Okay.
invigorating, cultural. But I'm also an author. I have a novel that I'm almost finished with. And but the publishing company that it will be released is with Augustus Publishing.
Okay.
And I just met with them actually a couple days ago because I also wrote a short story. And it will be published in an anthology called Lipstick Diaries Part 3.
Ooh.
And the name of that short story is called My Twin Mamacita.
My twin mamacita. What's that
It's,
about?
well, the anthology is, like I said, it's called Lipstick Diaries Part 3. And it's about dating from the female perspective. So it's about 10,
Wow.
about 10 or 12 different female authors who submitted short stories. And yay, mine was
Hand clap for
selected.
that.
we're planning on releasing the anthology probably around February because that's around Valentine's. So
Right.
and I'll be releasing one of my music videos called Por Amor around the same time because it's a romantic Latin jazz song.
Wow.
So that's a little different from the dance music because it's Latin jazz, it's slow music. But I'm an artist, so I try to be versatile and you know,
Right.
do as much as I can.
How long have you been singing?
Well, I've been singing since I was a kid, since I was like 5. I mean, I just always watched music videos and listened to the radio and would be dancing. And I did talent shows in high school. I did block parties. And then when I got older, I just took it more seriously. I started performing in nightclubs and getting into the studio, recording demos until one of my demos got picked up and got signed. So, but I've been singing since I was a kid. It's been in my blood.
Woo!
Definitely in my blood.
I did a woohoo. That's awesome. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. And now you can put co-hosts under your belt.
Right. I mean, you know, it's all, you know how it is with multimedia artists. Everybody has like 2 or 3 different things that they juggle. This is like the new millennium. Everybody's like, when you look at a business card, it says 1, 2, 3 different things.
You know what it
that you
is? It
do.
says slash, slash, slash,
slash. Exactly. That's like the new way it is, you know?
Well, I'm going to clap for the clap. Everything. We're Jill of all trades.
Right.
Plus, we're moms and wives.
Expert at multitasking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Multitasking.
It's in our blood.
And of course, you two can relate because y'all both Puerto Rican.
Right. I know, Boricua. That's why I was like, Wepa, representing.
I feel like, ganged up on because I'm Belizean Haitian. That's not fun.
Wow. Oh, Caribbean, you see? No,
Yes,
we're Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Clap for Caribbean.
Yes.
We're island people.
We are. What I was telling Iris, the topic of the day is doing the right thing, regardless if someone else is watching you or not.
Right.
Because like I was saying to Iris, God is watching.
Exact. And she truly does. I don't want to say he.
I like that.
She truly does.
Why do people always say he?
We can go back to like that. That's a whole other show, Dhylles. That's a whole other. That's
Let's not get into that.
Guys, do you say he or she when it comes to, the man upstairs? Because
the man,
I always
say
say
the man upstairs. You see how
the person
subconscious it is?
upstairs. Yeah, because I think that growing up, it's always been he.
Right.
Or the man upstairs. Well, I would say the Most High.
Or you know why? Maybe it could be because it's Father Time and Mother Nature. So when we think of God, maybe we're thinking of Father Time.
Yes,
we're
it's true. It's true because
he may end the world. He began the world and then he'll end the world. So we're relating him with time.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe.
This is true, but at the same time, it's like Mother Nature, like you say, because I'm always saying that Mother Nature's on menopause.
And that she's a bitch. Mother Nature.
She is. I mean, because it's like hot flash, cold flash. So that's how I feel about it.
Right.
What's going on? What's in the news today or this week? What do you guys? What's your interest where the news is concerned? Because I hardly watch the news. It's depressing to me, but educate me on some
Syria,
stuff.
There's this stuff that's like the big thing that everyone is talking about right now because of the war, But I mean, since the beginning of time, whether we talk about Vietnam or whatever it is, America's always, getting into war because we want to strengthen our allies and America wants to be the strongest country in the world. And, it's something to be proud of that we do come from a country where we have freedom of speech, like radio, and we're women and we can have radio. And there's countries that can't even get an education if they're female. They get stoned to death.
It's crazy.
We're blessed.
Yeah, we are blessed. I feel so bad for that little girl that time that she was shot at because she wants to have an education.
Right. And I hear a lot of stories of women who get married, for example, at a young age. Like they're forced to get married at like 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
And then if they tell their husbands that, if they want to get an education, their husband will say, no, you can't. And they're married at 10 years old and they have to listen to their husband. So
that's crazy. That's a baby.
Right.
She don't know no better. Once you marry a grown woman. That's crazy.
Right.
But we want to hear from you guys. Nightline Radio, 646-797-3106. What do you think about this whole Syria situation? What do you think about doing the right thing when no one's looking or when somebody's looking? We want to know your opinions. We want to get feedback.
Right.
So.
You too, Iris. What do you think?
Yeah.
I have not been keeping up.
She said. I love the honesty. I love the honesty.
I mean, it's sad. It's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
We also have to learn.
Oh, calling.
That's true.
You're on the air with Dhylles. You begin.
Hi.
Calling. Hey, honey.
Hi, baby.
How are you?
Great. Show's very entertaining. I'm sitting here on the couch watching it.
Aw, thank you, honey. My number one supporter.
Hey, Iris. Hey, Jasmine.
Hey.
Do you have any thoughts on the whole Syria thing? Because I know you got a lot to say.
Yeah, well, the thing is, regarding life, it's I try to live life the same as it always is. For example, there's a saying, whatever you do in the dark comes to light. And I think that we both subscribe by that theory.
Yeah.
As far as Syria goes, all I'm going to say is I think we have a whole myriad of issues in our own country, and I think that we really need to address our own country before we get involved in this whole international thing.
Hold up.
Yeah, I know that's right.
That's crazy.
Thank I intervene?
I mean, I just, as you know, I'm very anti-war to begin with. I think most of us are, but I just have a problem with us as a country basically saying, well, we could stockpile nuclear weapons, but you know what? You can't, and you can't, and you can't.
So Jasmine wants to intervene.
Go ahead.
I actually wanted to agree a little bit with what Iris was saying. You said something like we have to know when to back out and when to butt in, I guess. Sometimes I think it's good that America does butt in because I think about the picture, the greater whole, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
even in our own country or when we're at work or when we're at school or something like that, sometimes you do get involved in other people's business if it looks like it's bad enough. Like if you see a man beating up a woman and you're walking down the street or something like that or down the hallway or wherever you are, you might butt in as a man because you want to protect that woman even though it has nothing to do with you. And while you're helping out, you could get hurt. And now you have a wife at home, and if something happens to you, you're like, damn, I butted into these other people's business. But because you saw something that was wrong, you wanted to bring justice, and so you helped out. So us being the
so you're calling Syria a woman, is that it?
Mother Nature, there we go. Well, us being
I do agree with that. I do agree with that, Jazz. Like sometimes there are countries that are too weak to fight their own battles, and as the brolic big uncle, we need to come out there and just make sure that everything is regulated, in a sense. But we do definitely have to remember that we can't neglect what's going on in our own backyard as well. And sometimes I don't think enough is being done. I don't know if that's an issue with Congress versus Obama or whatever it is. But, I agree with what you say about that.
Right, and that's why I agreed with what Iris said, because Iris didn't say that we shouldn't butt in, but she said that there's certain instances when we have to know when to back off. So we can't always help everyone all the time. We have to know which ones we should, when, and when to back out. So that way we don't become,
Especially when we can't help ourselves.
Exactly.
Or
right,
people,
that's the whole
people
point.
are always depending on us to solve their problems and their issues.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
What it boils down to. I get
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Jasmine, on another note, I'm very excited that I'm going to meet you on the 28th.
Yes, for the fashion show. I know, I'm excited. I love fashion.
I'm very excited. I've heard you. You look great in your video stills. I've seen everything. I hope you had a good experience with Frankie.
Yes, oh my God, Frankie, actually, speaking of Por Amor, when I was speaking earlier about the music video that's going to be launched around the book release, Frankie is the one who provided me with the black gown that I'm wearing in my music video that no one has seen the video yet because it hasn't been released yet. And it was because Dhylles introduced us, and it was like a match made in heaven, and Dhylles was happy about that because, we've all introduced people here and there, and sometimes they don't get along, and we're like, oh my God, I wish I would not have referred that person because now it looks bad on me. But she referred us, and it was a match made in heaven. I love Frankie's style. Shout out to Frankie J.
That's why she's a life coach in Cupid, right? She puts people together.
Exactly.
Well, again, I'm very proud to be married to you. You already know that. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. The show's really entertaining. And say hi to the ladies and Iris. Keep doing what you're doing. And say what's up to Juji for me, baby, all right?
So, honey, you'll see Jasmine Smart. She's actually coming to the fitting/rehearsal.
Oh, okay.
So you get to meet her. Can you be more excited?
I better break out my best suit. Hold on.
You gonna wear a suit? Okay, that's what's up.
Well, I'm coming from work, so you know.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Suit. My husband loves suits. If I allowed him to sleep in a suit, he would sleep in a suit, wake up in a suit, take a shower in a suit.
That's nice.
He's just suit. I feel like I need to start calling him Suit. As opposed to husband.
Listen, not for nothing, but when you look at these dating websites, yes, I confess I have. Or when you're on the internet, period, and you're looking at these single men, if they have a suit on in their profile picture, is that not more attractive?
It is.
Come on.
It is.
And they know that. Some of them don't. Some of them you have to tell, like, listen, why don't you just wear a suit? Because that outfit you have on is really not impressing me.
So this is why my husband next year, I'm going to kick his butt into becoming kind of like a life coach with me so he can teach these guys one-on-one on how to dress and how to treat women and how to treat yourself as a man and things of that nature. I think that he needs to do that.
She's turning me into a black Steve Ward, basically, from Tough Love. I'd be glad to do that. I think the first mistake with a lot of guys is, number one, I think there's guys are going to kill me for this, but I'm not generalizing. I think there's just too many boy-minded men out there, and I don't think there's enough men that exhibit qualities that women are looking for. I mean, even wearing a suit, like a lot of guys, there's an art to that. I mean, you can wear a suit or a suit can wear you. You can look completely consumed and completely out of place. But I guess that's stuff we'll get into when we do our life coaching, right, honey?
Yes, that comes back to doing the right thing. As a man, you do the right thing by your woman, like my husband does.
Right. Now I'm going to do the right thing and watch the end of this Giant Denver game. But
Honey,
keep
love
up the
you.
good work, all of you. Iris, like I said, say hi to Juji. Keep it up. Say hi to hubby. And Jasmine, look forward to meeting you tomorrow, okay?
All right.
Have a blessed day.
Take care.
Bye.
Love you,
Until
baby.
Monday.
Bye.
Love you too. Aww. We're such girly girls. Aww.
You're married too, right, Iris?
Yes.
28 years.
Ooh.
20.
Wait,
Well, I need
can
to
we get
clap.
a lot? Forget a clap. We need an orchestra.
Clap. I have a
We
crowd
have an
chair.
opera.
Crowd chair.
We need an Austin Powers. Yeah, baby.
Oh, we need to find Austin. Oh, we have Austin Powers. Wow, that's
like that.
amazing. Awesome. I was thinking about probably doing like a power couples networking empowerment event for people who are in relationships or married or whatever, so we can just pretty much swap ideas of how to keep our relationships going in a positive aspect to reach that 28-year frame or 60 years, like my grandparents were married 60 years. I don't know how the hell they did that. Because my grandmother was my size, and my grandfather was a little itty-bitty man. So I'm like, how the hell did you handle all that?
Because he's a little bitty man.
Yeah, he was just like this. Itty-bitty man. Yeah, seriously. I need to know that. Definitely.
I've heard women usually they're the ones that lead the relationship, even though supposedly the man, is the leader. They, in biblical or whatever they say,
Right.
man leads. But really, the truth is that the woman is the one that leads the relationship. Is that true? Because I'm single. Put me on.
Come on, Iris. Share some wisdom.
Well, you know what they say behind every good man.
Right.
Even a better woman.
Okay.
What's that?
Clap.
Yeah.
Behind every good. Okay, hold on. I'll clap, Jasmine. I'll clap. Shoot, that's is it beside every good man there's a good woman?
Well, you push them. I mean, you have to, when you're moving forward, you want them to move forward with you as well. You can't leave them behind. So we're pushing. We push them to do and
To do the right
contribute
things.
and to stay in part with each other.
Right.
We're a couple. We're a team.
Right.
Right.
To stay that way. See, my husband's outside. So
I know. He's such a sweetheart. What's his name? Rolando?
Rolando.
See, I can roll my tongue. Rolando.
Rolando.
That's awesome. Well, Jasmine, I'm definitely going to pray for God to send you somebody because you're an extraordinary person. You
Thank
need
you.
that to be loved up on and rubbed up on
I
and
know,
stuff.
I do. Now, someone's gonna be watching this and go, "Really? Okay, I'm calling."
Callers.
I know.
So, Jasmine, hit us up with a little acapella. Let
Sure.
the people know.
Okay, so I'll do one of my new singles called
little
Soulmates,
chords.
since we're talking about relationships.
Okay.
So you traveled around the world and realized that you miss me, because our bond supersedes the distance between our bodies. I can hear your thoughts from overseas as if you're right next to me. No matter where you are, our souls are bound. We share the same energy. Oh, I can feel you inside of my system. When you're far away on a plane in another time zone, we were more than just a couple. Your inner flame reflected mine, if you remember. And that's just a little verse.
Wow.
Thank you. I didn't even get to the hook. All right, well, the the track came in from
Yeah, I
South
know that's
Africa.
right.
The instrumental, and you know, when I heard the instruments, the South African beats and the rhythms and stuff, I felt like getting on a plane. I'm like, I want to visit South Africa because this is real music from the motherland. And I'm in New York City. I want to be there. You know what I mean? Like, it inspired me. So I wrote this song about a long distance relationship because I'm a hopeless romantic as it is. But since the song reminded me of wanting to get on a plane and go to South Africa, I thought of a long distance relationship of someone that, you know, travels to another country, someone that you feel them in your system even though they're far because of the distance. Because soulmates, you know, it's a deep connection. A soulmate could be someone that, you know, that lives far away. It could be someone who's of a different race. It could be someone of a long age gap. I mean, a soulmate could be your opposite, but your soul is connected. So you just feel things that are deep. So I just thought of something. Right. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
She has an amazing voice. I like when she does a cappella because, you know, sometimes some artists, when they have the whole background music and all that, you can't hear exactly what they sound like. And some of them can't sing to say their life, but she can sing. She can sing. So back to you, Miss Soto.
Right.
Do you have any questions for Iris, my co-host?
I do want to pick her brain about the relationships, but I won't. We'll do that for another time. I want to know about the artist in you because, you know, I know that you want a beauty pageant and you're a creative, independent person, but there's an artistic person in you that's emerging. So tell us a little bit about the artist.
It's actually a cultural pageant.
The cultural,
The
yes.
beauty is
And we were
there,
talking
so-
about South Africa and all that culture. Okay, so go ahead. Let us know.
My latest venture is puppetry.
Right.
That's what I'm getting
Nice.
into now. I've always loved puppets. I meant to bring one.
That would have been cool for the
know
show,
what?
too, if we had a puppet,
I'm upset
like behind
now
the desk.
because-
I know.
I'm upset she didn't bring her puppet. I'm hurt.
Now you have to bring me back. See?
Oh, now you want to come back?
The one I'm working with is actually Princess Catherine.
Oh, I like
And
that.
it's, being that I'm a mother of a child with a disability, I wanted to show sensitivity to others. So the way I'm doing it is through Princess Catherine.
Okay.
It's more impactful.
Okay.
She attracts attention.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, it's a mother and daughter show.
Oh, I
It's
love
the
that.
devotion
It is.
between the mother and the daughter,
Oh, I love that.
and how we're so grateful for each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it people pay attention to Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier for me to do it through her than to just stand there and let people know to please be more sensible to anyone that has any form of disability.
Mm-hmm.
You can be fine one day and not the other.
That's true.
We all have to be sensible regardless to each other.
Right,
And
right,
that's Catherine's job.
right.
That's what we're trying to, that's what I'm working on.
So, is Catherine a Puerto Rican puppet?
If you want to guess,
What's her nationality or?
I'm Puerto Rican.
No, I mean the puppet, like, you know, because it could be a black puppet or a
No,
white
I
puppet. You know what I
haven't-
mean? What's
I
the?
haven't thought of that.
Okay.
So
It's just
so if you want to
It's
know
just
what kind of
one
puppet that
entity that represents
what is it, the
that
princess?
devotion, Princess Catherine.
You want to know what kind of puppet Princess Catherine is? Call in 646-797-3106 Nightline Radio, so Iris can tell you what kind of puppet it is.
There we go.
I wish I had more
Do you just have that puppet or?
No, I have a police officer.
Oh,
Wow.
I
I
like
have
that.
a ballerina, I have a monkey, an owl, different puppets, but the one that's working at the moment is Princess Catherine.
That sounds very Bronx Zooish. The monkey.
I started from small. I started really getting into it, you know. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping that I can work with children, especially, and make an impact with them. I've done a couple of shows,
Right.
and I just need more practice,
Mhm.
and I'm challenging myself.
Well, maybe you can have Jasmine come in and do like a singing puppet or something
That would be cute.
Would.
That
with
would
some
be really
blonde
cute.
hair
Aw,
and some red
my
lipstick.
candy.
What inspired you to create the puppets?
I don't know. It was just like I said. I wanted to find a way to show sensibility to others, or to teach it to children, or to talk to them about it. My
Because of your
daughter,
child that.
Yeah, she went through that form of bullying. That because she
Oh.
uses a wheelchair or she has
Oh
special
man.
needs,
Mm-hmm.
they would bully her at school.
Okay.
So I would like to somehow let the children know that it's not okay to bully,
Right.
that it's hurtful.
Mhm.
The children that have any form of disabilities, they're already struggling, they're already going through obstacles, and they
Right.
don't need
Extra.
extra, bullying or pointing fingers or hitting. She went through a lot of things. I mean, so she's doing great.
Mhm.
She's already a 25-year-old.
Oh, wow.
She's a woman already.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
beautiful. And I love the fact that regardless of the bullying and everything, that you're not bitter. You're still doing the right thing and you're trying to get the message out there.
Yeah.
You know, that's great.
That
For a while, I
that's
had to
very
grow-
important.
I
Yeah.
had to grow up myself because these things don't come with instructions. You have to learn as you go.
I always say that.
Yeah, and then when she was born 25 years ago, I mean, the American Disabilities Act just was enacted in 1990. She was born in
Wow.
1980, so there was, besides no services, life was hard.
Right.
Everything was hard. So you grow, and then you contribute. You can't keep what you learn to yourself.
Right.
You have to pass it on.
Right.
That's the way that we all learn. You can't point fingers and expect people to know things if they have not experienced it.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's what I learned.
And I like what James said, that you're being positive about what happened, because a lot of, women or just
Yeah.
people in general that go through traumatic experiences or that have an unfortunate situation or something that's challenging to them, they'll give up, they'll get bitter, like she said, or
Yeah.
they'll just think, why me? God is not fair or what.
Exactly.
And it's very important that you stayed positive and creative and you actually
Right.
built
I had
something.
I have to be for my daughter. I don't want her to be a better person. I don't want to limit her. I don't want to create extra limitations.
And
I
you-
don't want her to have self-image issues. I
Mhm.
don't want her to dislike herself. I couldn't teach the whole world, so I had to teach her. I
Right.
had to teach myself. So my mission now is to teach the world.
But you do realize in teaching your daughter, you are teaching the world, because she's going into the world and
Right.
all of the knowledge and the lessons that you've given her, instilled in her, she's going to take into the world, especially because she wants to be a school teacher, right?
Yes.
So pretty much she's
Yes,
going
it's
to,
a-
yeah, you're
she
teaching the
has her
world.
associates already. She's
Oh,
working
clap for
towards-
that. You know what? You need to stop. Stop.
I'm a 20-year-old. It's her second year of college.
Aw.
That's nice. And you look like you're 20.
Thank you.
Miss Beauty pageants. Oh, yeah. What's your sign? You're Virgo?
Virgo.
Uh-oh.
She was in the sequins gold dress, Jasmine. I felt like
Oh my
hanging
God,
her
I
on a
love
hook and just
gold.
twirling her on a disco pole.
Oh, I love gold.
She looked great.
So
But-
what else do you have going on aside from the puppet thing is amazing, and then you have some other cool stuff going on, right?
Now, at the moment, I have a school supply drive going on. I take pencils, pens, loose leaf paper. It doesn't matter what it is. It's never too much, too little.
Mhm.
Everything helps.
Okay.
I'm doing it for an organization called POTS, which is part of the solution.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like all my friends, the viewers, the listeners, everyone to chip in. It doesn't matter. It can be a pack of pencils, a
Mhm.
marble notebook. I mean, there's kids out there that need help,
That's true.
especially since school just started. There's a lot of people that cannot afford
Mhm.
all these supplies. I mean, when I went to school, a pencil and a notebook was good enough. Now,
Oh,
these
oh my
schools, they
God.
want
Now they're
all
gonna
these-
have
all these
computers.
supplies that are needed,
Right.
and it becomes a hardship.
Right.
somebody
Parents,
put-
especially if you have 2, 3, 4, 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Someone need to just put your puppet rocks
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
on the chat. Oh, that's cute. Your puppet. See, now I got to go see your puppet in action. I got to come see your puppet in action now.
Thinking about the schools too, it's funny. Like I remember, they had the eraser boards, which they still do, but now the wave of the future now is that they're going to be having TV screens in replace of the the computer screens, but TV. It's going to be computer screens, so that way they can actually, with a keyboard, instead
Right.
of writing, they're going to be typing.
She's looking at my face.
And then
I was
also
like,
watching,
what?
tutorials or
Right.
watching videos on the computer screen to learn.
I would not be surprised if they have one teacher. I
Oh,
Right,
right.
right, that too.
Where she's and the teacher's home
Right.
on a laptop or something. Oh, wow.
I don't think that that's necessarily the worst thing in the world, as long as you can have both. You can have the person in front of you and also the person on screen, because I think that it's a blessing to work with people that live so far away, because
Right.
it expands your horizons. Instead of reading a book and learning about history and about culture, why not talk to someone from Africa and that's your lesson, and you're talking to them right there while they're in Africa or while they're in Italy, or you know what I mean? So in that sense, I think it's good to expand and say, right,
Right.
the right way. And you know, us humans, we always abuse everything.
This is true.
So there's always going to be ups and
This is
downs,
true.
but we got to embrace
I
it.
think we have to raise funds for Jasmine to go to Africa because she keeps talking about Africa.
That's another.
She wants to go back to the
Conversation.
motherland.
Well, we're Boricua, so we know about, being
Right.
being Latino. I mean, we have so many. We're mixed people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's funny because I was talking to someone the other day about it, and I said, well, I have African blood in me, but I know because my great grandfather was actually brought to Puerto Rico from Africa.
Really?
Yes, and we have pictures of it, and my father lets me know, like, I'm on my father's side of the family, there's people, they got nappy hair, and they're darker than me, and they talk Spanish so fluently, and I'm like, damn, I sound like a gringa. And, you know, a gringa, she
So
knows.
would you be like, "Cómo está?" And like, "Oh my God"?
No, no, they just speak it fluently. They're so good. But in any case, yeah. So my great grandfather is from Africa, and then he married my great grandmother, who was from Spain, and she's very, very fair skinned. They got together, had my grandfather. My grandfather, technically, to me, I'm like, well, you're half black and half Spanish, because if your father is from Africa, he came to Puerto Rico from Africa on the boat. That means your father's African. That means you're African.
And not the Mayflower, right? Not the Mayflower.
Right. You're half African. But because he was born in Puerto Rico, on the island, he's Puerto Rican.
Right. I get it.
But he is half African because it's right. Right, exactly. So I have black blood in me. So,
So
everyone is different. Though. Every Latino is different. But the whole culture, the whole island is just, we're mixed. We're mixed people.
And it goes back to what I was saying of doing the right thing. He did the right thing in telling you exactly
Right.
who you are, what your
Right.
identity is, for you to become whole, to know
Right.
I'm Jasmine and
Right.
and I'm African and I'm Puerto Rican and
I'm all
that
these
good
things,
stuff.
right? And that's another show. I mean, as far as what you tell your children, what your background is, and who's this and who's that. I'm just like, I embrace who I am, and I just say, look, I'm a multicultural person. I would not change it for the world. I love my nationality. I love living in America, in New York City, and just I love being on the train and seeing
got a hand
black,
clap.
white, Chinese, Jewish. Like, I love it. I don't want to see just one color everywhere. I want to see a mix of people.
And we're all different shades of colors.
And it's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and all shapes and sizes.
Right.
Like-
and that it's
like
beautiful.
What's going to be at the Catwalk Caterer show? All shapes, heights, and sizes on
I like that.
September
I like
28th. Woohoo!
And it's beautiful because we're all born differently. Like, I remember
are.
when I was little, and I have this on my blog, and then I'll shut up because I know I don't want to talk too much. But on my blog, I wrote something about when I was younger, when I was like 10, 9, 8 years old in elementary school. I was so skinny, and they used to pick on me. My own culture, like Latinos would just be like, oh God, skinny mini, or
tú
you're so
necesitas
bony,
comer.
or you have no, but I felt, like if I was anorexic or something, but I couldn't do anything about that. I was just very, very skinny. I was born really skinny. And my mom used to tell me, when you grow up, you're going to fill up, because as women you do, you get bigger hips, you get, you fill out in the right places. When I was younger though, I didn't have, curves and a butt and all that, because you're still young. You don't even have breasts yet.
Yeah, she's filled out back there.
But I was really, really, really skinny. Like, I was very skinny, and they picked on me, and I wanted to gain weight. I wanted to be thicker because I felt like I was too skinny. Then you get older and you realize, you know what? In every single country, people like different types of women. Some people like voluptuous women. Some people like skinny women. Some people like dark-skinned women. Some people like light-skinned women. Every culture is different. So just because we live in America and we think, oh, this is the way you're supposed to be, no, that's not true.
Yes, yeah.
You
you're
could
right.
be, you are who you are, and everybody has, it's true. Beauty is to the, what is it? Eye of the beholder?
Beauty's
In the eye, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and it's so true.
Okay, well, hold that thought for me. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and Kalyea Moss is in the house, so we're going to go grab her real quick, and we'll be right back. when she was a little bit bigger than she is now. She lost so much weight. Like, I look at your pictures sometimes and I'm in awe, like, what? How are you? Aw, thanks for coming.
What's your sign? What's your sign? Oh, she's emotional. Okay. She's a crab.
But no, she's good peeps. So tell the peoples what you be doing.
I'm a plus size model, signed to MSA Modeling Agency here in New York City.
Congrats.
Thank you. And I'm also a certified holistic health coach, inspiring women, no matter what shape, no matter what size you are, to embrace your body, love your body, no matter where you are, but you just do it in a healthy way.
Exactly.
That's the most important.
Exactly.
Not size 0, size 2, size 4, whatever society says is beautiful. It's about embracing your own inner beauty.
Right.
Clap for that. I have to clap.
Yeah, I know that's right.
That's awesome. I've known Kalyea since 2008, so we go way back.
We go back.
We go way back. It's really, really good.
Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
There we go. There we go. All
We have
right.
to start over.
Still, this whole technology thing, yeah, still learning it. Everyone now sees that I'm technology challenged.
It's all right. It's all right.
But
Yeah.
curvy, holistic coach,
Yes.
plus model, a mother.
A mother. Yes, a
How
mother.
is Zaire?
He is wonderful. He's wonderful. He'll be 3 in 2 months. So time is going by so fast. So fast.
I can imagine. I remember when you
Yeah.
were first pregnant.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm having a show. She's like, oh, no, I have a baby in the belly. I'm like, what? When did that happen? You notice I didn't say how it happened because we don't know how it happened. But when did it happen?
When did it happen?
But he's so beautiful. And,
Thank you.
When, I know that you were saying when he was born that he had a complication.
Yes, my son was born with sickle cell anemia, which is a blood disorder where his red blood cells are not shaped like round like everyone else. You know, like everyone else's. They're shaped like the moon when it's crescent. So when the red blood cells flow through the arteries, they sometimes get caught together and they can't flow freely through, and that's what causes them to go in something called a crisis, which is extremely painful.
Oh, wow.
But his father and I, his father is vegetarian, vegan. He eats healthy. He's the one that introduced me to healthy eating, and with just maintaining how we eat is how we've been able to manage his sickle cell. He's never had a crisis. He's never had to be hospitalized. The doctors don't even understand how his levels are the way they are.
Wow, that says a lot.
Just by eating healthy, juicing for him. I mean, he drinks cucumber and parsley juices. You'd be
And he's
surprised.
3.
And he'll be 3 in November.
So you started him early too, which is good because the way he's
Yeah.
growing and developing is through this healthy food.
I breastfed him for 2 years. Make sure he got all the goodness, so to make just to make sure he was okay,
Right.
And so far so good.
Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gotta clap to that. Gotta clap to that. See, that goes back to our topic of when no one is looking or when people are looking.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing for your kitties and
Thank
for
you.
yourself.
I'm trying.
So being a holistic coach, I know that you work out and such. How much weight did you lose?
I've lost a total of 69 pounds.
Nice.
Thank you. But it's been rough. It's been rough. Just like I tell my clients, I've struggled through it too. So I know how hard it can be. But every day you just got to keep going. Some days are good, some days are bad, but that's just life.
Yeah.
Period. No matter what you do in life, you're going to have some good days and some bad days. It's just powering through those bad days and seeing the goal ahead of you.
Nice.
She makes it sound so easy.
I know, right? but it's not. It can be challenging.
And because sometimes I look at her Facebook pictures, I'm like, take her. Over here with her little 2-piece going.
So
she's looking all cute.
let me ask you a question. Do you have any friends though that eat unhealthy and you're the one who's eating healthy, and do you tell them like really you really shouldn't be eating that, and maybe they get mad at you, like a person who smokes cigarettes and you're like, oh god, you're smoking cigarettes, and they're like, leave me alone, and they go out for a cigarette break.
I'm raising my hand, guys. I'm that friend. I'm that friend.
So
yeah,
and how do you tell them without hurting their feelings or like stepping over boundaries? Like, how do you say it?
You know what? It's hard because it comes from a place of caring, and loving the person and knowing what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think we all know when we're eating those bag of Doritos that you shouldn't be eating a bag of Doritos. But
they're so good.
I know, but it's comfort and they're good. I know, they're
good.
Why did she look at you when she said that?
I know. You know what? Ain't no shame in my game. I'll tell you if I eat some Doritos, but I get it.
But I try to come from a loving place and letting people know. I know it doesn't happen overnight. I know you're not gonna put the bag of Doritos down right now, but just think about what you're putting in your body. The food that you eat creates the blood that flows through your body.
Right.
It creates your thoughts.
That's true too.
It does. When you're not eating healthy and you're sitting on the couch and you eating chips and hamburgers and hot dogs and pizza and all this stuff, you feel bad. Like you feel weighed down and sluggish. You want to sleep. Food should not make you have the itis. You should not want to go to sleep. Really, you should not want to go to sleep after you eat.
That's true.
You should be ready to go. Like, okay, that's how I feel when I eat my salads, and I eat a big plate of salad.
I love salad.
Everything I want in it. After I'm done, I'm like, oh, I feel good.
Right.
I don't feel like, oh my God, what did I just eat?
It's
Why
supposed
did
to
I
be
do
fuel.
this? Yeah, and then you regret it. Like, if you eat something bad, you be like, I know I shouldn't have eaten that.
Right.
You have the guilt. So I try to, just be encouraging and be, like you said, live what I speak. And I know that it's not easy, and there's some days it's not easy for me. Some days I'm like, oh my God.
And then there's
I want
also
some ice cream.
a financial thing too. It's like, if you want to buy healthier food, it's more expensive when you go to the grocery store as opposed to buying something that's cheaper.
I think
and it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but I think they should just switch that whole thing around and make fried
Yes.
food and McDonald's expensive. Like a burger should be $10, and then the healthy stuff should be like 99 cents.
Yes. And that bothers me. And I know a lot of people say that to me too. Like, I can't afford to eat healthy, but there are ways that you can.
It's a mentality thing.
It really is.
It's like, let me go eat a banana and an apple, and that's like $1. But when you're used to, like, I gotta go to the fast food restaurant on the corner right now and just pick me up a burger because I'm on the train and I'm on the go. And you're not gonna stop to look for a snack,
a healthy
a vegetable,
snack.
stand.
Well, in the long run, it's gonna hurt your pocket anyway because it causes health issues.
That's right.
That's true.
So you want to sign up for the gym.
Yeah.
So you have to learn how to balance.
It's
it.
either you
I'm
pay
guilty,
for it now or you're gonna pay for it
You're
later.
guilty, yeah.
So
So you do like me, you go to
can't get
Zumba
away from
class
it.
and you work it out.
And there is a difference. You do feel a difference. Like if you eat, cookies and Oreo cookies or whatever. Yeah, I'm the Oreo cookie monster. And then you go and you eat a salad the next day, or just you stay away from the the candies, and you do feel mentally and physically a difference. You're like, oh, I feel so different today. You know what I mean? But I'm guilty. I'm like, I eat the Doritos too. I mean, I eat rice and beans and
I love me some rice and
chuleta.
beans.
I eat all this stuff that it tastes good
And then a
and
bag
it's
of
I
chips.
grew up on it. You know what I mean? But I maintain where I don't eat like that every single day.
Yes.
And I just and it's a step-by-step process.
It is.
It doesn't happen
This is what
overnight
we
because
do.
This is
your
our
taste buds are
exercise.
used to what they're used to.
This is our exercise. We sit on the couch and
Yep.
we extend our hands to the remote control, and then we have fork to mouth, and it just helps that arm muscle. Yeah, that's
You
exactly what it
That's why
does.
that arm is bigger than
Right. Yeah. And being a big girl with some boobies, I have to, make sure I keep the boobies intact. So
You
my
are
arm
best.
muscles is crazy.
Or at
Yes.
least use both hands.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
both-
then
yeah,
it's
both hands.
right. There
Stay
you go.
even.
Keep it going. So what inspired you to become a holistic health coach?
My son won. But I had seen the school. I graduated from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and I had seen the school. I said like 2000 and maybe 8 or 9. But I was so involved with being a plus size model that I was like, I'll put that off later. I'll put that off later. I'll put it off later. And when I got pregnant, and I was high risk, I was like, you know what, I really need to think about doing this. And then when I found out that I carried the trait for sickle cell, I already knew that my son was going to have, I knew he was going to have it.
Wow.
So that motivated me even more once he was born. He was a little bit older and I could balance school and him. That it was just something that I had to do. And I've struggled with weight my whole entire life. So I felt like if I could get a hold of that, but still love myself and still be beautiful and feel great, that I can empower other women to do the same thing.
Right.
So just wanting to make a difference and change the world, but just wanting to touch someone through my pain and through my struggle. And if I could reach people, and just explain the importance of eating healthy and how it can change your life, then that's it.
It's interesting that Iris and Kalyea, both you have that thing in common where it's your children that inspired you to do what you're doing.
Absolutely. I was about to ask you, have you tried to reach out to parents in the same situation and teach them about nutrition and how to take care of their child through nutrition?
Yes, I have. I've been thinking about how to do it, but it is something that is important to me, especially I didn't know that I had the trait, and just making people aware that when you love someone and you want to create life, we still need to know like what type of illnesses that we might have or traits that we might have that we don't even know, because you can pass it down to your child. For me, it's been a blessing because I've been able to heal him, but there are a lot of people that have no clue what to do. My son was not vaccinated. He wasn't given any type of treatment as far as from the doctors. I will not allow them to put those chemicals and all of those. I couldn't allow them to do that to him. So we're treating it naturally. And you can treat disease and illness naturally. We just don't know about it. We don't know.
And
so
it's
that
probably
is a great,
better.
Yeah, it
naturally,
is.
because all of these chemicals have
side effects.
Exactly.
Yeah. I worked for a hematologist, oncologist who deals with cancer and blood disorders. So that's how that's why I've learned so much about sickle cell. So it's been rough and challenging, but also, like I said, a blessing.
And you're doing a great job. And
Thank you so much.
And she's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you're helping your son, but you're taking it to another level where you're helping other people.
Yeah. Because there's so many children. When I used to take him to a specific clinic, the children that were in so much pain, like it would bring tears to my eyes. Yes. The pain is excruciating. And to see children, babies that can't say they're in pain, that don't know how to verbalize their pain, it's sad. And to know that there are other alternatives to healing them, is something that, I'm very passionate about as well, and sharing that.
Wow. That's awesome. Beautiful. Good stuff right there.
Gives me a lot to think about, too. I mean, because I don't have kids yet, but it's like, what if I have kids one day and this is something that can happen? Yeah. So I need to know, what runs through my family.
Yeah,
and
we all do.
All those things.
Yeah.
To be prepared.
Yeah.
The more prepared you are. I mean, you can't be prepared with everything, like you said. Nothing comes with a manual, an instruction book. But the more prepared you are, the better.
That's
why it's good to know not only about your ancestors and your heritage, but also what it is that they're leaving you with genetically.
Right.
Well, guys, if you want to hear a little bit more from Kalyea, if you have any questions for her about healthy eating and holistics and all that good stuff, give us a call, 646-797-3106, 9line Radio. That's great. That's interesting, because I've never really thought about DNA and history and all the stuff that you go through, because diabetes runs on my dad's side of the family, and I think high blood pressure runs on my mom's side of the family. Luckily for me, when I go to the doctor, I make sure I test for all that. Like, just check me out, stick me as many times as you got to figure out what the heck is going on, just to be proactive and take the initiative to make sure that my health is in order. It's very important that you have to do that, because
that's your genetic will.
Yeah,
that's what
it is
behind genetically.
Because my grandmother,
finances, but diseases and conditions just as well.
Because my grandfather on my dad's side, she had diabetes where she had to get one of her legs amputated.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It can be that
Right.
serious. And diabetes is an illness and a disease that is given to us by what we eat.
Mm-hmm.
By what you eat. So if you can stop or you can prevent losing a leg. You know, the same thing happened to my great grandmother's sister.
Right.
It was very hard as a child to see her without her leg and not understand, well, what happened?
Right.
Why did
Exactly.
she lose her leg? You
Right.
know, how could something like that happen?
Mm-hmm.
And all because of what you put in your mouth,
Right.
what you eat.
It can be managed.
It can
That's
be
true.
it can be managed. You don't necessarily have to take diabetes medicine. I think it enables people, and they feel like, okay, I'll just pop this pill and it controls my diabetes, and I eat whatever.
Right.
And it's more than
it's
just
a
that.
mentality and a lifestyle.
This is
Yes.
true.
It's the energy.
Mhm.
Yeah. And a
And
lot
they-
of times when you go to the doctor, they pretty much, I think all that medication gives you more side effects than what you normally would go to the doctor with.
Girl, don't you see those commercials with, if you're depressed and sad and you just don't know where to turn, you know, and then they give you this depression pill,
Take Zoloft
and then
and
Zoloft,
Xanax.
but you might want to commit suicide, and you
You
might
might.
do.
You
I'm
might do.
I'm trying not to want to hurt myself because that's why I'm taking the medication. But I mean, you know, so the side effects sometimes of the medication outweigh what you're really really
Right.
dealing with, and you can manage it on your own.
Just the healthy eating and
Mhm.
exercising and healthy lifestyle and being around like-minded, positive people that are not
Yes.
toxic.
Yes.
So
That's
starting
the other thing.
today, no more Doritos.
No more Doritos.
No more Doritos.
I mean, I don't eat Doritos all the time. Like maybe once every 3 months, I would pop a Dorito in my
Okay.
mouth.
Okay, that's,
That's not bad.
My thing is I don't do too much rice. I forget to eat rice. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot to eat rice today. But my addiction is bread. I'm a bread girl.
Oh my
I'm
God.
trying to
I
cut that
love
out.
bread.
It's so hard.
Con
Look at your-
mantequilla.
Because I know,
A lot of
I
starch
understand.
turns
So-
into glucose.
That's right.
I know,
But I
I
understand it's
know.
not easy. It's not easy to just stop cold turkey, and that's why the important thing is to add.
Right.
Add more things into your diet. Add more fruits. Add more vegetables. Add the healthy things. Eventually,
That's true.
the bad things you won't
Start
crave
pushing them to the
anymore.
side.
Right.
That's true.
You know,
That's
our
true.
taste buds are used to the salt, the sweet, you know.
It is because that's how we grew up from small.
Yeah.
So it's hard for you to break a habit that you've been indulged in for the last 20 years, 30 years, or whatever. It's like it's people will get so comfortable, and then when it's changed, it's like they're so uncomfortable. Like, what the heck?
Mhm.
I gotta do what? I gotta eat because I know I'm like that. I'm like, I want a brownie.
It's true. I mean, but I remember I used to eat white bread, like Wonder Bread,
Mhm.
and then I switched into wheat bread.
Mhm.
And at first, I didn't like the wheat bread. I was like, this is nasty. I was so into white bread, but I got so into wheat bread now that if I had to go back to white bread, like
You
if
couldn't
somebody
eat it.
buys it by accident, or
Yep.
or if somebody gives me, and they're like, here's some white bread, pan con mantequilla,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like this anymore. Oh my god, I can't believe I used to like this white bread, and I'm
Yeah.
You see, but over time, your taste buds change to something that's more healthy. So that if you add more fruits, you add more vegetables, you do those things, it will naturally change. You will naturally want to eat healthier.
The transition. Will
Yeah.
Just, take
Just like
effect.
everything else.
Yeah.
This is true.
Right.
This is true.
And what
Baby
Dhylles said is
steps.
true. It's that you have to be around like-minded people, because if you're around someone who's still eating that way, like really, really
go to
bad food,
McDonald's.
and let's say you happen to be hungry, and they're just like, well, here, why don't you just have this? And you have it, and then you're around them all the time. You end up having it more and more because
Yeah.
you're around them and they're influencing you. You could
Yeah.
influence them, but let's just be honest. We influence each other. So, and the majority rules. So you want to be around people that you want to be like. If you want to be healthy, be around healthy people
Yeah.
and people that eat healthy. It's important. It's true.
And
It
we
is.
need, and I think as people and women especially, we're so busy being moms and wives and entrepreneurs and business women and things of that nature. Like, we don't we're always motivating, so we don't usually have someone to motivate us.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and it's hard when, especially women, because women can be very catty and jealous and envious and all that crap that goes along. Oh my God, it's disgusting. I just want to throw up just thinking about it. But I mean, once you find a group of people that are willing to motivate you as well as you motivate them,
Yeah.
I think the process is so much easier.
It
It's
is.
true.
It's
It
easier.
is. I agree with that one.
Let's see what happens when I'm looking at my dinner tonight. I'm going to remember you ladies.
So, honey, if you're listening, you know, I know that you're cooking later. You know, just throw some lettuce and tomatoes up in the
No Doritos.
food or something.
But no, listen. But you know, we're Latina. I love Spanish food. Spanish food is it tastes so good. I grew up on it. But what I do is I can't completely. I used to date this guy who was a health fanatic, right? And he was like, Jasmine, you have to stop eating rice and beans. And I was like, over my dead body. And he was like, no, but you have to. And I know it's cultural and da 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 da. And I was just like, no, but and he wasn't. He was a Latino, by the way. He was half black and half white. So he didn't grow up on Spanish food the way I did. And I'm like, you don't know how hard it is. So what I did was I still eat my Spanish food, my rice and beans, but I don't eat it every day or every other day. I will eat it probably once a week. Like I literally change my diet where I really eat healthy, but I still have my rice and beans.
Yeah,
it's still in my diet. It's just not every day. It's like once a week. You know what I mean? Like,
have you tried instead of white rice, brown rice? Because I love rice. I love me some
Oh no,
rice
I
and
love brown
beans.
rice. I love all types. There's this place called Rice. I think they closed down, so I shouldn't be advertising them right now. But they used to have the best rice because they had green rice, brown rice, red rice, purple. They had rice from every single continent, every country and culture. Oh, I used to go there and just have a feast.
Wow.
But
How
anyway,
about when you go on vacation? That's torture.
Yes.
I'm
When you go
calling
to a
mom.
party.
I'm gonna arrive at 3 o'clock. Have that rice and beans ready.
Because I went to a party last night and they had burgers and hot dogs and chicken and arroz con gandules and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. So I just took a little bit of every little thing and just, you know, just made a little plate. Because I didn't want to, there was nothing else. There was no salad. There was,
you see?
There was soda.
no salad.
No salad. There was sweets. There was cupcakes. There's cake. There was alcohol galore.
Of course.
But were you planning to have just the salad?
I was gonna,
add the salad
I was
onto
gonna add
everything
the
else.
salad, and you know, instead of having a lot of rice, just maybe a little bit of rice because they had like pasta, they had chicken. It was just all the bad stuff, and I was just sitting there like, why me?
Pasta.
So you know, when in a situation like that, I look at what is the lesser of two evils. You know, like if something is fried, like if there's like fried chicken, but then there's like maybe some baked chicken or roasted chicken.
Right.
Take the roasted chicken instead of the fried chicken. So I try to like, if you're caught in a situation like that, we're just like, well, goodness, there's nothing in here healthy.
Exactly.
You know, like you said, take a little bit instead of overindulging in it because
Right.
it's there and you're like, ooh, I might as well eat it since it's
Exactly.
here. You know, and just eat a little bit, and you know, when you get home, you eat, you know, eat healthy.
But you'd be proud of me though because I got a cupcake, right, and it had all the frosting. I took off the frosting and I just ate the cupcake.
Oh, I'm so
Oh my
proud
God.
of you.
I
So
would've
is
just had
barbecue
half the
Doritos or
cupcake.
original?
That's every once a month, okay? I don't, you know, Doritos. But yeah, it's just very hard, and when you're always on the go, like for me, I'm a snacker, so I buy like the little Luna bars and and what do you call it, the Kellogg Special K bars.
Okay.
When I'm snacky, but not, and I work at WebMD, so what I do is they have a lot of fruits and stuff in the back, so I'll get apples and I'll just eat it with peanut butter and drink a lot of water. I'm trying to learn how to drink more water. I suck at it very bad. But I'm trying to do that now, and I'm more conscious of what I'm putting in my mouth. You know,
We have to be. We have to be. And what you eat and what you drink, that's gonna extend your life, or it's going to shorten your life. I see that. I see it.
You're Yoo-hoo.
You know what? I used to love Yoo-hoo. Like I said, when I was growing up, Yoo-hoo was my favorite drink. But then I switched over to Nutriment.
Okay.
And they're pretty similar because they're both chocolate drinks.
I refuse to read what's back here.
Oh, you don't even want to know.
I
You don't
don't.
even want to know
Not-
the amount of sugar that's in that.
Wow.
You wouldn't.
I said I refuse.
Okay. I
She's gonna make us feel
can't
so
help it.
guilty about everything. Every time we eat something, we're gonna think of Kalyea. Now we're gonna be like, what would Kalyea do? You know, like what would Jesus do? What would Kalyea do?
Absolutely.
See, like she has the little Mama Africa headpiece going
Yes.
on here,
Yes.
and Jasmine was
back to
here
what we
talking
like.
about Africa a little while ago. So I'm like, wow.
I love that piece.
Thank you.
And I love the lipstick, like I was saying, the pink lipstick.
Yeah.
That's a whole other subject. See, I could just talk and run my mouth. forever. Talking about makeup and cosmetics, and I'm all into beauty and fashion and all
Wow,
that
that's
stuff.
my thing. I love that too.
She does. I mean, you're a plus size model. Hello.
Yes.
How do you like that, being in front of the camera and stuff?
I I wouldn't trade it in for the world. Like, I couldn't imagine anything else. And I remember being a little girl and wanting to be on television, wanting to be in magazines, looking through magazines like, wow, I want that to be me. So the first time that I was on television, the first time I was in a magazine, like, I couldn't believe the visions that I had as a little girl, like, were really coming to life. It was just an amazing feeling. And
was that Plus Size Model magazine?
That was my first Plus Size Model magazine was my first magazine that I was in. But like, as a publication, to be able to go into a store and pick up a magazine and my face was in it, I was in the train station, I was screaming. I told the man, I said, that's me, that is me in the magazine. I'm blessed and grateful that there was an avenue for curvy women. Right. Because growing up, you know, I was born in 81. Yes, I ain't got no problem telling my age. And in the 80s and the early 90s, there were images that looked like me growing up. So for me to be able to be that image for that little girl that was once me, like, oh, well, she's in it, I can do it. Instead of saying, well, man, there's nobody that looks like me. You know, so the struggle to get there was difficult.
And what's funny is that I go back to history and also other cultures. There's other cultures where they believe that the bigger a woman is, the more beautiful she is, because the more rich she is, the more abundant she is, and the healthier she is to give birth and have children. And they actually thought that skinny women, if you're really the thinner you are, like, the sicker you are, the poorer you are. You know, you can't really be pregnant because your kid will come out sick or something like that because you're thinner. So they would associate thinness with sickness, you know, or poverty.
I saw something like that. I don't know what the village was, but what they do for the woman before she gets married, they have to fatten her up
with milk.
With milk, and she sits in this hut, and she does not move. Milk. She does not move, and she just drinks the milk until she's not, you know, I guess the right size that they want. And when I saw this, I was like, oh my God. And people over here dying to try to lose weight and you know, for image reasons, but in other, like you said, in other places, that's looked at as beautiful,
as healthy, abundant, rich, you know, all those things. That's why I was saying earlier that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because I think you're right, like different sizes, different heights, tall, short, you know, black, white, whatever your skin complexion is, if you have curly hair, straight hair, people are beautiful, you know. It's about getting to know people, getting to know their heart. I think the most beautiful feature on a person is their smile.
True that.
That's what I think, because if you're happy and you're positive and you're optimistic and you're loving, it shows in your smile, and that makes me want to. It's vibrant,
it's engaging,
and it attracts people to you, because who wants to be around someone who's like, you know, kind of real serious and
got an attitude all the time?
You know what I mean? So
not approachable.
Right, exactly. So
toxic,
I think beauty has to do with
energy. That's what I call it.
Right.
Toxic negative energy. It's crazy.
Always coming in with a smile.
Yes,
you have to.
Oh yes, of course. I love my smile. It's the best thing since sliced bread, I tell you.
That's what walks in through that door
bread.
first. Your smile.
Because when Iris first met me, she was like, wow, you just radiate positivity. I'm like, yeah. You know, I gotta do what I do.
Contagious.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's kind of hard to be that way every single day. She's like that, like, every day. Like, she posts these things up every day that are positive. And I'm like, okay, I'm a positive person, but I have my bad days. She's like, every day she's just positive. How do you do it?
I do have my bad days. Trust me, I had a bad day today.
It. I show it when I have a bad day. Actually.
Oh yeah, I had a bad day today. I cried today.
You cried?
I did.
Now you know you're gonna make me.
If you want to know why I cried today, call in 646-797-3106 online radio. Because I'm just overwhelmed with a lot of things. You know, the fashion show is coming up in a couple weeks, and it's hard producing and coordinating and getting everything in order and making sure that you cross your T's, you dot your I's, you have plan A, B, C. And it's a lot that goes into it. And I just felt the pressure of making sure that my guests are going to have a good time, that, you know, the models are going to have a good time, the performers are going to have a good time. I want to make sure that everyone gets what it is that they need from the show. And my best friend, she died last year from leukemia. She was 39 years old, and she was like one of my team members with the company. So whenever I went through any type of bad situations, Carla was always there to be like, Dhylles, don't worry, I got it, I got you, and I could depend on her. And she's not here, so it just reminded me of her today, and I cried about it because it hurts so much that someone you love is not here anymore. And when you remember things like that of what they brought into your life, it's hard. And that's why I always tell people, be grateful for the people that you have in your life. Be grateful for what they bring to your life.
Yes.
Right.
Amen to that. Amen.
You mean I have, my husband, I have Tiffany. Love you, Tiff. I don't know if you're listening. You're probably out shopping or whatever, but it's okay. And I have other people that are there, but it's just, that one person that
The
leaves an
confidant.
impact on you.
Yeah.
And that was her for me. So it just, and I'm an emotional person. I just don't show it that much because I'm always strong and
Right.
do this and do that and empowering. But I have my moments. Like I always tell people, not because I'm a life coach or you're a health coach, that means that our lives are perfect. We go through so much, and we're always growing and developing, and it's always a process. There's always a transition. There's always a shift.
Right.
So I break down too, and when I do, people don't know how to handle it. So I had to get that toxic, negative mental image that I had in my head of what was going on and everything that might go wrong. I had to get it out of my system.
Right.
So
I think that's why you thought of her. She was with you. She was
Yeah.
helping you through it.
probably knowing her, like smacking me on the head, like, look, heifer.
And you know this. Yeah.
But I think it's actually positive to admit that you cry, that you
Yeah.
have a bad day. That is actually one of the. Everybody said positive things here
empowering.
today, but that was like the most empowering thing I heard is that I cried, I broke down. I cry, I break down, and I think it shows that you're vulnerable. It shows that you're
Yeah.
sensitive. It shows that you're human, and everybody can relate to that.
Yeah,
So when you say
exactly.
I cried,
I
and it's
did.
because I'm overwhelmed, and because there's so many things going on, and I'm trying to take care of A, B, C, D,
Exactly.
E by myself because I'm the leader. So
Right.
even if you have help, you're still the leader. So
Exactly.
everything really falls on you. That right there is empowering because everybody wants to have a great life, and I want to own my own business, or I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to do this, I want to do that, and we talk about how positive it is and how we can do it, but we don't talk about the challenges sometimes,
Exactly. Or
which
what you go
which is
through.
fine. The
Yeah.
challenges make you strong,
They
but
do.
And you
They
know what I
do.
mean? And everyone, when you're a leader or you're going through something and you have a business or whatever, you're always trying to do the right thing. You're always trying to do the right thing all the time. You try to do the right thing by people, and sometimes you put a hindrance on yourself because you're not doing right by you because it's everyone else.
Yeah.
And as healers and helpers and the way God made all of us in this room, because we are givers and we're giving of ourselves and paying it forward and doing stuff for the community. It's hard for us to sit back and just be like, okay, well, today I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit around and, like I say, scratch my ass because I love to do that when I'm home. I'm serious. I'm just being honest and pure and real, I mean, I wish I could do that majority of the time, but it's not in me. I'm a multitasker.
right.
So I need people in my life at times to be like, look, have to slow down. And I have to talk to myself and be like, you know what? It's not that serious. Relax. If it's not going to get done today, it'll get done tomorrow.
Because we want to be not necessarily perfect, but we just, like you said, there's so much weighing
Yes.
on your shoulders. Sometimes I feel the same way with clients. You want your clients to break through. You want, to be a good mom. You want, so you have that weight. Like you said, as women, we carry that, and sometimes we just gotta let it
Right.
go and breathe and take it one day and one step at a time.
Right.
Yeah, when you feel that pressure, it's because you forgot about yourself somewhere along
Because
the
you
lines.
care and you're so passionate about
Yes.
changing the world and making
Yeah.
a difference. And that's why that emotion comes in. Like,
But you have to also take care of yourself in order to take care of others.
right, exactly.
So you have to learn when
Step
to
back.
stop.
Yep.
You
You're
gotta know
so
when to throw in the
busy
towel
and so
sometime.
used to it. Yeah, you have to learn when to stop. And we don't know how to do that. So that's when we start feeling the pressure.
Yeah.
And that's
when I
the
start
sign.
calling my people like, yo,
Stop.
you need to talk me off this ledge, son, because like, I can't do this right now.
Building the right team is important too, because you're right. You can't do it all by yourself, and you could do more and more. Like sometimes we do a lot, and we go, "Oh my God, it's too much." It's not too much. It's just that sometimes we have to spread the responsibility on other people,
Absolutely.
so that way it can
Caller, you're in
expand.
the ear. Night New Beginnings with Dhylles on Nightline Radio. Master's calling.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, it's Francis.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Hi, lovely lady.
Hi.
Rocking the show. Wonderful, informative show. Just calling to show some support
Oh,
and
thank
love
you,
to
honey.
Edie and all the wonderful ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have to have you on the show one day, Francis.
Thank you. I would love that. What an honor. Thank you very
Awesome.
much.
Oh, thanks
Sounds-
for calling. I
sounds
appreciate it. Did you have
awesome.
comment or feedback or anything?
Well, you guys keep doing your thing. No, I just want to just show some love and just let you girls know that, I have much love for you all, and you're such an inspiration, Dhylles, as well as Iris, and I love you girls, and I admire you so very much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I love you too, Francis.
Appreciate it.
Angel.
Thank you. Hand clap for
Bye,
Francis.
my love.
Thanks for calling. Have a great week. All right, guys. So we're at the end of our show today. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming in. I truly appreciate all of you. And we'll be back again next week with some other empowering women, because I think all the women that I try to bring onto the show, I try to help them get their stuff out there and just help me to continue to do my work. So where can everyone reach you?
Just Google Jasmine Clemente and a couple of my things. My stuff is scattered. I'm still working on my website, so it's not done yet. So until the website is done, you kind of have to Google me and all my stuff will pop up. So it's Jasmine Clemente, Jasmine. Clemente is Clemente. And then my music, which is on different online sources, like iTunes and YouTube and Juno downloads, track sources, are all different places that my music will come up until I get my website and everything can just go into one place.
Cool. And Iris?
Same here. I'm trying to get my website ready as well. But you can find me in the meantime at Facebook, Soto Iris, SOTOIRIS, or call me at 646-805-8207.
Ooh, she put her number out there. I hope you don't get no stalkers, girl, because that's crazy. And Kalyea?
Yeah, my website will be up beginning of November, which is KalyeaMoss.com. Until then, I'm on Facebook, Kalyea Moss, KalyeaMoss, or you can email me at thecurvyhealthcoach@gmail.com.
Awesome. Amazing. Thank you guys for coming again. Like I said, I appreciate it dearly. And hopefully you'll come back on again. You have something to say, honey?
I have something for you guys, which I got from the coast of Mystic, Connecticut.
Okay.
It's called a mermaid tear.
Okay.
It's a symbol of love, and it indicates the change of nature. Since we're all going through new beginnings, I wanted to share one with each of you ladies.
Oh my God, that's
awesome.
Look, see, now you can have me in here crying.
Well, you got the green one.
Awesome.
Oh,
All right, guys. We're going to go. God bless. Have a great week.
Have a
Make
great
sure
weekend,
that you keep
everyone.
your jackets on. It's cold outside. Talk to you.